Welcome back to the third part of the weight loss trainer module. Looking at resistance training now, which is very important not only to help people lose weight, but to, more importantly, maintain those weight losses. Resistance training or weight training will help increase or maintain muscle mass, which leads to increasing a metabolic rate, which in turn helps you to maintain or decrease your body fat levels. And that is 24 hours a day. So basically, the more muscle you have, the more energy you burn every minute of every day. Secondly, weight training improves glucose metabolism. Researchers have reported a 23% increase in glucose uptake after 4 months of resistance training. Because poor glucose metabolism is associated with increasing body fat and adult onset diabetes, improved glucose metabolism is an important benefit of regular weight training. Thirdly, weight training helps neutralize age-related muscle loss. Most adults that do not do weight training lose between 2.3 and 3.2 kilograms of muscle mass per decade. This equates to a decrease of 2 to 5% in metabolic rate every decade. At rest, as already discussed, 1 kilogram of muscle requires 13 calories per day for tissue maintenance, and during exercise, this is much more. And fourthly, weight training will help increase your strength in order to more efficiently deal with daily activities. Increased strength can lead to greater efficiency in activities, which can increase the use of body fat. So how much weight training do you need to do? Ideally, at least twice a week for the entire body. So you want to train your full body twice a week. If you are dividing the body into two, then you want to, for example, upper and lower, you want to train the upper twice a week and the lower twice a week. The reason being, you will lose the benefit of a weight training workout after 5 days, or start to lose that. So let's say we have a workout on Monday, you'll start to lose some of the benefit of that workout from Saturday. So you want to have your next workout before that 5th day. How hard should you work? Well, ideally you want to be working with a rep range of 8 to 14, and you should be working to failure where you can't do any more reps within that rep range of 8 to 14. Once you have become proficient at weight training, it is then advantageous to vary your training intensity such that you use a variety of repetition ranges from workout to workout or from month to month. It's the mix of repetition ranges and loads that will provide the best metabolic effect, meaning that maximum muscle adaptation will occur, and of course, an increase in energy consumption. To gain optimal benefit, ensure that you use the maximum weight possible for the repetition range being used. To burn more calories, you need to expend more oxygen. More energy is consumed during exercises involving greater muscle mass due to the increased demands of oxygen. Examples of large muscle mass exercises include running, cycling, and walking. As you become fitter, you become more efficient and therefore use a greater proportion of fat in any given exercise. So how does aerobic training help fat burning? Firstly, it increases the rate of lipolysis. Lipolysis is the breakdown of fat stored in fat cells. During this process, free fatty acids are released into the bloodstream and circulate throughout the body. Aerobic training also increases the number of capillaries within the muscle. With an increase in the number of capillaries within a muscle, the muscle is able to utilize more energy during aerobic exercise. It also increases the size and number of mitochondria. Mitochondria are the cell's power producers. They convert energy into forms that are usable by the cell. Aerobic training also increases the number of enzymes involved in beta oxidation by 2 to 3 times. Beta oxidation is a process by which fatty acids are broken down in mitochondria for use as energy. Also increases insulin sensitivity positively, increasing the use of fats by muscle tissue. This is due to our body sensing an immediate need for energy. The body is great at distributing resources to the places where they are needed. So when we do aerobic exercise, all of a sudden the insulin starts to work better at getting the energy into our cells. So how much aerobic exercise should we do? Ideally, every day. However, if a client is apprehensive or not quite sure whether they can do something every day, then one day is better than none at all. So just encourage them to do as much as they can, but ideally something each day is best. And start out with just 5 or 10 minutes a day and then gradually build that up. If you had a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being high, the exercise should be at a level of, well, level 6 to 7 is considered moderate and suitable for longer duration activities. As you become fitter, you should vary the intensity of your training between low intensity, longer duration workouts and high intensity, short duration workouts. This causes the body to have to continually adapt, therefore increasing the amount of energy required. A variety of exercise is recommended for your aerobic activity. These exercises should involve large muscle groups and be rhythmical in nature. As discussed, examples include walking, running, cycling, boxing, dancing, etc. Note that exercise that requires you to carry your own body weight, for example, running or stepping, are better for weight loss than exercise that does not require you to carry your body weight, for example, cycling or rowing. The least effective of all exercises that involve an element of floating in water, such as swimming and aqua aerobics. In saying that, for most people, personal preference, variety, and convenience are the keys to what suits you best. So if a client likes to swim or they like to do whatever activity, then encourage that activity. Just consider that exercises where you have to carry your own body weight are of better value from a weight loss point of view. We mentioned before that you want to be doing something each day if possible. In total, we're aiming for 270 minutes of aerobic activity per week. That is 39 minutes a day. Once again, if a client can't do that, that's okay. Just have them do as much as possible. It's also okay to do intervals of 8 to 10 minutes or even less. It just comes down to as much activity as possible. 39 minutes a day being the optimal amount. As you become fitter, your body will draw on fatty acids to provide energy sooner and therefore utilize a greater amount of fat stores throughout the workout. You will also utilize a greater proportion of fat compared to glycogen at higher intensities than an untrained person. Basically, with the allotted time you have, try and work as hard as you can. The harder you work, the more energy that you will expend, but also when working at a higher intensity, you will consume more energy after the workout is finished as your body returns to homeostasis. Incidental activity also helps and should be encouraged, but often it's not human nature to do anything that you don't need to or don't want to. For example, to tell somebody to park further from the shopping center and walk or get off a bus one stop earlier generally doesn't happen. So you can encourage that, but don't necessarily expect it to happen. I mean, people are likely to take an escalator to the gym if they have the choice. What will help? Well, very importantly, if you can provide a level of accountability or support, then that goes a long way to maintaining an exercise regime. So whether that be training with a friend or checking in with somebody or having a personal trainer, that helps very much. Also, recording your food intake and exercise. By recording what you do, that also helps people stay on track. Measure your results, whether that be on the scales or body girths or skin folds or clothing size. Just keep track of how you're progressing. That serves as a motivation to keep you going. And reward. It's important that clients set some sort of celebration or reward in the future when they accomplish their goals. And there may be rewards each step along the way. But it's very much a help to a client when they have some sort of means of celebrating what they accomplish. Now understand that even though a client wants to lose weight, sometimes without even knowing why, they will sabotage themselves and lose the benefit that they've gained, or lose the results that they've gained. Sometimes they don't know themselves, and we're not going to cover that in any great depth now, but if necessary, gain professional assistance for that client to help them work through those mindset factors that prevent them from gaining or maintaining the results they get. I hope you have enjoyed this module on weight loss. If you do have any questions, please feel free to ask, and also you will find extra information in the notes provided. Have a great day.